So after we explain what oxidation or reduction is, for example, there is a clearer explanation with the help of an example over here, and they tell us that zinc is getting reduced here, carbon is getting oxidized over here. We can even see it with the help of oxygen being added or removed to the system. Apart from the state that we have or we know about, so these are actually the states, 2 plus, 2 minus, like this. So we do understand even from the states that there has been oxidation and induction of two electrons on both sides. Zinc actually gained two electrons, which carbon lost in this case. So yeah, it was oxidation for carbon and it was reduction for zinc. Now this is pretty clear, but there are two more definitions to it, which are a little bit tricky, but if you understand them properly, you actually would have a problem with the trick. So we have the words like reducing agent and oxidizing agent. So an element or compound that will remove oxygen from other substances is commonly known as the reducing agent. To understand the definition properly, reducing एजेंट वो होता है जो दूसरे को रिड्यूस करता है, खुद ऑक्सीडाइज हो जाता है. मोस्ट कॉमन रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट्स हाइड्रोजन, कार्बन, कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड, ठीक है, या फिर हमारे पास कॉमन रिएक्टिव मेटल्स होते हैं. I would really like you to add to this list reactive metals. They're very good reducing agents. Since they themselves oxidize, they reduce others. There is another key definition on this page. So that is oxidizing agent, a substance that will add oxygen to another substance. To be very simple, oxidizing agents वो होते हैं दूसरे को ऑक्सीडाइज करते हैं और खुद रिड्यूस होते हैं. मोस्ट कॉमन ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट एयर ऑक्सीजन है, एयर है, हाइड्रोजन peroxide है. The formula for hydrogen peroxide is H2O2. Potassium manganate 7 है. The formula for this one is KMnO4. Potassium dichromate 6 है. The formula for this one is K2Cr2O7. I would really like you to write all the formulas plus add to the list reactive nonmetals. Reactive nonmetals are very good oxidizing agents since they love to oxidize others and get themselves reduced. I hope you
जी
have
सर.
copied all of it. Okay. So in order to relate this to the example we were just doing, I'm going to go back to the example on the previous page and relate it to that. And then you're going to find that this concept is pretty easy to understand. Now, you clearly know that carbon is going through oxidation and zinc is going through reduction in this reaction. Let me tell you, the one going through reduction is actually the oxidizing agent, right? And the one that is going through oxidation is the reducing agent. That's how simple it is. And this is going to be the same thing every time. Whenever something goes through the process of oxidation, it's the reducing agent. And whenever something is going through the process of reduction, it's the oxidizing agent. कैसे? देख लें. जिंक के पास ऑक्सीजन है
यस सर.
और उसने वो ऑक्सीजन कार्बन में ऐड कर दिया. लिहाजा ये ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट है बिकॉज इट कैन गिव अवे ऑक्सीजन टू अदर सब्सटेंसेस. नोटिस करें, जिंक के पास ऑक्सीजन था, कार्बन ने वो ऑक्सीजन ले लिया, ठीक है, तो ये रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट है. इसने जिंक को रिड्यूस कर लिया उससे ऑक्सीजन लेकर, ठीक है. So it's pretty easy to understand whether with the help of their definition or by the very basic of stuff कि जिसके ऊपर ऑक्सीडेशन होती है वो एजेंट रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट होता है और जिसके ऊपर रिडक्शन होती है वो एजेंट ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट होता है. तो ये बहुत आसान सिंपल सी चीज है, ठीक है. Sometimes they ask the questions about oxidation or reduction. Sometimes they ask you to identify the oxidizing or the reducing agent. ठीक है. अच्छा, अब यहाँ दो तरफ परसीव किया जाता है इस चीज को. आप कार्बन को रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट कह रहे हैं, आप चाहें तो जिंक को ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट कह सकते हैं, चाहें तो जिंक ऑक्साइड को पूरे को ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट कह सकते हैं। बोथ वेज इट विल बी कंसिडर्ड करेक्ट। क्यों? जिंक ऑक्साइड वो पूरा स्पीसी है जो इस रिएक्शन में आता है, तो वो पूरा एक अच्छा ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट है। यस, इज राइट। अगर हम इस बात को थोड़ा और फर्दर ब्रेक डाउन करें, तो एक्चुअली में जिंक और ऑक्सीजन में से जिंक वो स्पीसी है जो खुद रिड्यूस हो रहा है, तो असल में ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट वही है। तो अगर हम इसे और ब्रेक डाउन करके ये बात कह देते हैं दैट zinc is the zinc ions in this case are the oxidizing agent, fine, it's completely all right. So whether you break it down to the specific ion or atom, or you say that the entire thing, entire compound is the oxidizing agent or the reducing agent, both ways it is correct. All right.
जी सर।
Okay. So that was all about oxidizing and reducing agents. Some examples of very good oxidizing and reducing agents are written right after these pages. Right before electrolysis, there is some stuff for test for oxidizing and reducing agent. Now, this is a test for a reducing agent, right? And the reducing agent in here is potassium iodide. This is just for one oxidizing agent, and this is the test for another oxidizing agent. Okay, this one acidified potassium manganate 7 is the oxidizing agent, and this one acidified potassium dichromate solution is the oxidizing agent. So potassium iodide Ki reducing agent, potassium manganate 7 KMnO4 is the oxidizing agent, potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7 is the oxidizing agent. Now, in this specific case, the color goes from orange to green. You're supposed to remember the color, if not the ions. This goes to purple to colorless. You may also write light pink, okay? Because it's so light of pink color that we even sometimes call it colorless. And for potassium iodide, this usually goes from colorless to yellow brown. All right. So these are the 6 colors you're supposed to remember along with their names and what kind of species they are. That's as simple as that for oxidizing and reducing agent. So that actually completes the whole oxidizing and reducing agent part. I hope you understood it, right?
यस सर।